What's going on, guys? Today I'll be doing a review of the Top Boxer Muay Thai boxing gloves, so stay tuned. What's up, guys? So today I have these Top Boxer Muay Thai style boxing gloves. I'm going to do a close-up, weigh-in, and review on. And like anything Top Boxer, these gloves have fantastic craftsmanship, great value. You're going to be hard-pressed to find a glove at this price point for the amount of quality that you're getting, the kind of glove you're getting here. And you can see this is the stock color. It's the black and the metallic gold. You do have this nice satin leather that has a nice thickness to it, nice and supple. The Top Boxer logo that's stitched onto the back of the glove. That's a really nice touch. You can see the kind of the flexible hinge point right there. Again, for Thai boxing, you kind of need the flexibility to be able to get into the clinch. I do boxing, classic boxing, so I couldn't tell you in terms of performance against kicks and knees and all of that, but I can give you guys my feedback on what I think about how it feels when you punch with these. Top Boxer patch stitched on there. These are 16 ounce. You can see the metallic gold on the leather. It looks really good, as well as on the thumb. And on the inside here, all double stitched, ventilated holes. In my opinion, Top Boxer's quality is up there with Winning, Reyes. The top gloves fly. You know, a lot of people give Pakistani glove makers kind of a bad rap, and I don't know why. I mean, yes, there's definitely a huge range in terms of quality that you can get. I mean, you definitely have the entry-level stuff, but then you have guys like over at Top Boxer, the team over there, and they just make fantastic equipment and really hard to beat in terms of just quality. I mean, you can see here, I don't know about you guys, but these gloves look fantastic. All full leather construction. Stitching looks fantastic. You do have that about 3/4 inch layer of padding right here. It's nice and firm. And that's obviously for blocking kicks and knees and strikes and everything, all of the above when it comes to Muay Thai. You do have that, what they call the Playboy liner, and basically it's just a polyester satin liner on the inside that's really soft and gives it a nice silky feel when you put your hand in there. It doesn't bunch up. So you can see here overall, man, these gloves look really nice. Beautiful looking gloves. Stitching looks really good. If you do want something that's not the stock color, like these black and gold, you probably will have to reach out to Top Boxer and get them to do a custom order, but they pretty much can do anything in terms of color. So let's go ahead and put these on the scale, see how much they weigh. Let's do the right glove first. So the right glove is right at 15.1, and the left glove weighs right at 15.1. So these gloves are on point when it comes to weight to each other. They're almost an ounce lighter than their advertised weight. That's not a huge deal, again, with training gloves. That's just not something that's ever been a big issue for myself particular. But as far as weight compared to each other, they're exactly on point. So let's go ahead and do the review. Hey, what's up, guys? Carlo here, and today I'm going to be doing a review of this Top Boxer Muay Thai style boxing gloves. I got mine in the stock color scheme, which is black and metallic gold. If you want to go with any other colors, you can reach out to Top Boxer, and he could pretty much do any kind of custom color combination that you want. You just have to reach out to them. And then there's a little bit of an ordering and waiting period when it comes to custom orders. Size-wise, I got mine in 16 ounces. You can get this glove anywhere between 10 to 22 ounces. So you definitely have a good variety of both customization with the colors as well as sizes. It is obviously a Velcro closure only glove like most traditional Muay Thai style gloves. Now, this glove is his iteration of a Muay Thai style glove. And it really reminds me, if I were to compare this to any of the other gloves I've done a review on in the past, it reminds me of the Twins and the Yokkao Muay Thai gloves, both in terms of the stature of the glove. Obviously, Muay Thai style gloves are a little bit stockier and a little bit wider, and you have the rounded cuff right down here below that. Offers you the flexibility that you need to be able to get into a clinch. And the other big feature with this glove design-wise is going to be not only the extra padding on the back of the hand, but you also have about a 3/4 inch layer of padding on the outside palm area here, again, for parrying and for checking, punches, hooks, kicks, elbows, knees, everything in between that you would experience when you're doing Muay Thai. So all of the features that you would expect from a Muay Thai glove, you definitely have in this glove. It is a full genuine leather constructed glove. There's nothing synthetic here. And the leather is the same grade quality that you would find in any other Top Boxer products. Very high end, just like the Win ones, the Alien Series gloves. The black on here has a nice satin look to it. It's not extremely shiny. It's not matte leather, but it has a really nice satin feel and look to it, really nice and thick. Another nice added feature that they added with this glove is going to be the Top Boxer embroidery. That's actually embroidered into the leather, so there's no screen printing right here. You do have the Top Boxer patch that's stitched onto the back of the Velcro strap right here as well. And then rotating it around, you can see the metallic gold looks pretty good. It's not super shiny like you would see on some of the other Mexican style boxing gloves, like some of the New Sporting, the No Boxing, No Life. The metallics on those are really shiny. This one has a little bit more of a subdued look to it. It looks good nonetheless. It's just not super shiny. And then you do have the gold piping that goes along right here, a leather attached thumb, as well as a medium-sized grip bar on here with the ventilated hole. So you do have that grip bar and attached thumb. You do have a nice parallel running thumb that gives you more of a little bit of a natural fist position. It doesn't stick out wide to where you feel any discomfort. And then you do have the gold piping that comes on the inside of the palm area. And to open up the Velcro strap, you can see it has full leather construction right here with the gold on the outside. You can see that looks really good. Has a really nice look to it. And then on the inside, they use their standard Playboy liner, which is basically a satin liner, very smooth, silky feeling that does a good job of wicking away moisture. And then on the back of the hand right here, it has more of a kind of a piece of leather that's actually stitched in there. Again, just like a lot of other Muay Thai style gloves. You do have about a 1/2 inch of padding on the back of the wrist, as well as about a 1/2 inch padding that goes on the inside of the palm that gives you the support that you need, that you're looking for. Now, quality-wise, these gloves are top-notch. I've never had a bad Top Boxer product. All the gloves I've received from them have been outstanding in terms of stitching, leather quality, just the little attention to detail that you would expect from a glove manufacturer like Top Boxer. And you can see here, just the leather overall looks really good. The stitching looks phenomenal on here. You don't see any issues with the stitching going off track. Everything is nice and symmetrical right there as well. You can see all the double stitching on the grip bar, where this little extra piece of padding is at. Around the piping looks really nice and clean. Along the piping where the thumb is at, where the seams meet, where the thumb is at with the metallic and the black, looks really good as well. All the stress points where the thumb meets the index finger looks really good. You can see that the leather is nicely bonded to the inside foam. So you can see everything is rolled in and tucked in nicely. The outer edge seams are reinforced, so you can see that they do a nice job of really rolling the leather over into these seams and stitching them in, so you don't really see too much exposed stitching. And then on the hinge point right here, it looks really good as well. You can see that actually has kind of a double lip on the actual back of the wrist right here for the hinge point. And you can see a little bit of leather right here. So that's what's gonna give you the little extra layer of flexibility. Traditionally, a lot of boxing gloves, they have the hinge point here, and then they just have the foam padding. Usually it's like some kind of denser fat padding or EVA that they use, and it's a lot more rigid. With these, you can see you do have some flexibility. That way, if you need to turn your hand inwards to grab the back of your opponent's neck or the back of your opponent's head, you do have that nice hinge point right there that gives you a little bit of flexibility while still maintaining the support around your wrist. The Velcro closure is really nice as well. Everything is stitched in nicely. You can see the full length of Velcro that goes all the way around the glove. So you really get a nice locked in feel. The piping looks really good as well. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels really nice. It has a nice rolled over piping. It doesn't feel very thin. It feels nice and thick and robust, especially around the cuff of the glove. So you can see how the piping drops down and goes around this cuff, and it's really nice and clean, and it feels really nice, high quality as well. And then of course the liner looks really good. You know, a lot of times the liner and the inside of the glove is kind of where companies will start to kind of go through some shortcuts, and you'll start seeing some sloppy stitching or some of the foam poking through. In this case, they do a really nice job of really just keeping everything nice and clean. So stitching wise, quality of leather is really good. The overall fit and finish of the glove is very nice. You can see that, you know, the logos look really good. They're symmetrical on both gloves, they're even. You know, the attached thumb looks really good. The grip bar is in a nice spot, and the leather is bonded nicely to the inner foam. So these gloves will definitely last you a very long time. Now, comfort-wise, when you put these gloves on, you slide your hand in here. You know, being 16 ounces, I would say that these gloves are about a medium size. They would definitely fit more like twins, maybe a hair a little bit looser than the twins special Muay Thai gloves that are just like these. But they definitely feel really comfortable, even with my hand wraps on. My thumb is in a nice position right here, runs parallel. I don't feel like there's any pressure on the tip of my thumb, nothing that's gonna make my thumb go numb. The thumb is definitely deep enough so where you don't feel like the tip of your thumb is gonna jam at the top. You can see the finger compartment is really nice and deep. Your fingers can really sink down deep in there. You do have a piece of neoprene at the very end of your fingertips where it covers the seam, and you can really make a nice fist right there. It's not too narrow, not too wide. And I don't feel like this is very loose at all. This feels perfect, like as far as compartment size. If you do have a little bit larger, hands than medium size, maybe go with 18 ounces. If you have gigantic hands, maybe 20 ounces. But I think 16 ounces should fit most people in terms of sizing with these gloves. The wrist support feels really nice and good. And again, being a Muay Thai style glove, the cuff doesn't drop down too low. So you can see I have a good amount of flexibility in being able to kind of, work my hands around if I were able to get into a clinch. Or if I'm trying to parry shots, you have this outside piece of cushion right here to really, block shots with this on the inside of the palm. So that's a really nice feature as well. The one drawback with this glove is going to be that it does take some breaking in. And you can see here, and this is not necessarily a bad thing because in Muay Thai, it's a little bit different in terms of, throwing punches and where your hands need to be at. But with this glove, it is a little bit stiff with the kind of foam that they use in here. So you do have to account that there's a little bit of a break-in period with these gloves that you're gonna have to use these both in, doing your bag work and your sparring. But these definitely will eventually break in. So comfort-wise, these are excellent, nice and comfortable. I don't have any issues with my hands feeling any discomfort. Now, protection and performance is really good as well. These gloves are definitely more on the protective side rather than a feedback style glove. I believe that he uses a multi-layer foam that's really dense on this glove. Almost reminds me of injected molded foam, but looking at the actual padding here, you can actually see how dense this padding is. And it really does a good job of, absorbing the shock of the punch. But the feedback isn't as good as some other gloves. It's definitely not a puncher's glove. But it's protection-wise, it's really nice. You can use this for sparring and for bag work. One big drawback that I did find with these gloves is how rounded the punching surface is. So when I show it to you guys here, right here, you can see how rounded it is. And what was happening was when I was landing punches on the heavy bag, I noticed that there was a little bit of slipping. Now it would land and it would do one of these things where it would kind of graze off the surface because of how rounded this punching surface is. And so that's gonna definitely take a little bit more breaking in to kind of flatten this out. But that was one of the initial things, especially on my hooks and my uppercuts. I felt that hitting against the bag, I would get a lot more of, again, more of a sliding sensation rather than it making a nice, compact, just that nice feeling of making contact with the bag. With this, it would have a little bit more of a sliding sensation. And sometimes I would actually feel that when I would hit the bag, my hand would roll off the shot a little bit. And I would kind of force my hand to turn over a little bit more than I needed it to because of how much it would slip off the bag. So just one thing you want to consider if you're looking at getting these gloves, maybe that's something they can improve as far as the punching surface goes. It's nice and wide. It's just a little bit too round for my taste. The Win ones and the Aliens were actually perfect. With those gloves, when you hit the bag, you make nice good crack with them. They land perfectly and you don't have any issues with landing on the knuckles. With these, again, I think they roll over a little bit too much, and maybe if they flatten this out, that would be a little bit better in terms of making contact with the bag. Now, cost-wise, again, with a lot of Top Boxer products, it's probably the best bang for the buck you can get there in terms of boxing gear. You're getting a really high-end quality product up there with Winning, Grant Reyes, in my opinion, with the leather and the craftsmanship. But cost-wise, these are only $85. You're gonna be hard-pressed to find anything that's even remotely close to this quality for this value. So $85, and I know they also do free shipping pretty much everywhere in the world. So, you know, those are definitely huge things to consider when it comes to having a quality product at the price point that they sell it at. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below. If you guys want to know where to get these Top Boxer gloves, I'll put the link in the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.